All right, welcome back to another video with Carl's Garage. And as you can see today, I'm working on the dashboard. I'm working on getting out the dashboard, so it's Vlogmas. So I'm gonna be vlogging every day. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm working on. All right, so I have this piece back here, and there's actually no videos on how to get your dashboard out in Chevy Impala. So what you have to do is all this right here, all back here, like this like piece, all back here, all right there is held in with clips. And then after that, you have to go in and get 10mm bolts out there, right there. Yeah, it's okay. And then another one over there.
Did you get in a car accident?
So then once you do all that, then you can finally take out this piece right here, and then you can get to the airbag. So that's what I'm doing in this. I'm gonna take it all out, take it out, take out the airbag, and then I'm gonna try, I got plastic weld. I'm gonna see how much of this I can actually plastic weld and put back together. I got everything that I need, all the clips are there. So, see, I don't wanna lose that. And I'm pretty sure that I could do a pretty decent job putting this back together as best as I can. Oh, one thing that you will need to do is take out this piece. It's just a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. Pop that off the side. And then I already took out the front grille earlier. So again, what I'm gonna do is the whole goal for everything, I already took this out. This came out really easy. You just pop this side off and there's a screw there. There's a screw on that side and it just comes right out. It's a little Phillips head screw. So it's gonna clip in there. You just undo that. I already undid the airbags. I don't care about the check engine light because I plan on driving this. So the only things that I need are new tires, which I already have right there. New tires are right there. Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen, I actually fixed the bumper. So I've got all this right here and lined up. Only thing I need to do is strap it to this side. So I might get a new fender. Hood, and windshield. And then I don't care about the bumper. I have the bracket to fix that, hook that up to the fender, slap down a new hood, put in a new windshield. The dash will be good inside. I have the grill piece right here, and then just a headlight. And then this thing should be able to go. I do start it almost every day. This way the battery doesn't die. It starts every time. So like I said, what I'm gonna do is take out this dashboard. I'm gonna see how much I can fix it just to get it flat. That's all I care about, is just getting it flat. Once I get the whole dash flat, I'm just gonna buy one of those dash covers that just go over. They're like 35 bucks on Amazon. And I'm just gonna buy it, slap it over there, boom. You'll never know that there's all that damage underneath it. So again, this is just like a cop job fix, but the AC works, everything works. Like I said, the engine runs perfect. There's no issues at all with the engine. It's just really more cause, there's always something that's falling. I actually probably need to keep that so that whenever it comes time, I might need a new piece right here for the hood, for the new hood, we'll see. Once we pulled it out in the last videos you guys seen with the truck, I was able to pull out that, free up a lot of area here. All I did was remove this, put it back, and the car started running after that. I don't know if the fuse is bad, but this fuse right here is actually from the defroster. So a good trick that you wanna see if the starter relay is bad, you just replace it. You just take this one out and put it up there because this fuse down here is for the rear back window, but it's Texas here, so. And I don't plan on driving this a lot in the winter. It'll just be like just a beat around town car. And again, as you guys can see, that last accident was on this side. That's why you can see this used headlight. So I just need to get another one over here. I have the air box. As you guys can see, I screwed this in on the bottom, got some clips right here to clip in the bumper, but this thing is tight. So obviously not over there yet because I still have to do this side, but she starts, she runs. Like I said, it looks low because the tires are flat, but once I put those new tires on here, she'll be ready to go. So I think the fender is cheap. I'm trying to get the fender for like 25 bucks. So if you have one, let me know. The hood, a guy offered me like $150 for the hood, which is pretty cheap. And then the windshield's gonna be the most expensive thing. It's weird that the accident was here. Oh no, yeah, that's right. The airbag blew and that's what really popped the windshield. Now again, it's Texas, so you can drive because it's already inspected and registered till 2024. I could drive with a jacked up windshield like that if I really wanted to. I can. Texas isn't too, they see a lot of raggedy cars. You might get pulled over and be like, yo, your windshield is messed up. But Actually, even with all this damage, all I'm gonna do is just scuff everything, take the same white paint that I painted all right here with, and I'm just gonna paint it. This right here, I'll plastic weld the same stuff there. So I'll find some other plastic pieces right here, because this is like really tough plastic, melt that down and just fix all these little areas. And then just bolt it back up, spray can it white, and I'll be good to go. Fix this liner. I have all the tabs for the liner. That's not hard. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start on this and then finish taking out this dashboard. All right, so here we go. We're about to pull out the dash. Oh, so it was stuck over here. So let me go get it from the other side. All right, here we go. Pull out the whole dash. Put it up here. Now we got the whole thing, so now I can kind of work on it, but before I do that, I can now get to the airbag bolts. So there's these 10 here. I got this one out, and then another one right there. Get this out, and then I'm gonna try to work on the dashboard cap, because that thing, they want to charge like $200-300 for a dashboard cap, and I'm like, no, I can plastic weld that thing, get that thing done. So I might do a separate video for that. So this video is just gonna be quick though, but that's how you take it out. Remember, you got to start with this back piece first. So you need like probably like a screwdriver to start popping it up. I have a bunch of these plastic popper tools, and I stuck it in there and popped it up. Now, of course, it was broken, but yours shouldn't break. You should be able to just stick a plastic tool in there and pop it up. You need to pop all that up first and then remove that. And it's gonna wanna stick. It's not easy, but nobody on YouTube wants to show you that. You're gonna have all those 10mm bolts in order to get this top piece out. So you guys don't need to see me remove this. It's gonna be super easy, but that's how you do it. And then, like I said, stay tuned, because the next video, I'll show you guys how to kind of recondition. Again, it's not gonna be perfect. None of these repairs that I'm doing is perfect. I'm not even keeping track of the bolts. I'm just gonna throw everything back together just to have a piece of crap second car, just to drive in emergencies and stuff like that, because this thing still runs well. It's still registered. It's still inspected. Obviously, I wouldn't feel safe selling this to anybody, because I'm not gonna put back the airbag, and I'm not worried about the children. I am gonna send these off. I think I can send both of these off for like under $100. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send off the seatbelts, because I already purchased them before and it was $100. So I don't know if I'm gonna send them off and it's cheaper, or just get new ones, because we can't drive without seatbelts. So that'll be something that I have to do. But yeah, oh dang, now I gotta get a new easy tag. Damn it, because of the windshield. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So there are a couple pieces, but like I said, I really wanted to keep this rebuild to right around $500. And I think between the hood being like 120, the windshield being like 2 something, the headlight being 50 or 35 on eBay, the fender and the seatbelt, I should be right at $500 all in, and this car is ready to go. Oh, and then putting the tires on the which cost, so probably like $550-600, which ain't that bad. Usually your deductible would be more than that, so, or right around $500. But again, we didn't keep full coverage insurance on this, because this was our piece of crap car. And I don't think that we'd even have allowed us to put full coverage service on it anyway, because it was a rebuilt title. So I'm not gonna put too much money into it, but everything works. Radio works, AC works, you know. So we're just gonna see. I will need an alignment, because I needed an alignment anyway. So I'm gonna see if I still need to jack it up to see if there's anything bent underneath, but you know, I don't think there is. I think I'll be fine. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace. Straight content here. Well, Carl's Garage here, and what I'm doing is I'm fixing back part of the dashboard. Don't break it. So I taped everything to the best of my ability, like this. Go ahead, go over there, get the whole thing. So I taped it like this, and then everywhere where you see tape, there was a crack. So I'm just gonna plastic weld it back together. Come back over here. These right here came with this, but these things are horrible. It's like the worst plastic ever. So don't, you know, I might use these here, like on this, because it's really a lot more flexible. And it actually has like that little same material. It almost looks like the same material. But here on the back of this thing, I'm actually using pieces that broke off from the car. And this plastic is top-notch plastic, because it's right from Chevy. So all I'm doing is here, just taking little pieces. I got my little fan on, and I'm just kind of melting it in there. I created a little groove with the tip of this thing and I'm just melting it in there. Again, this isn't going to be a course on how to plastic weld. It's just letting you know that you can plastic weld pieces back together and give them their strength back. So what I did was I would just melt a piece off, kind of let it sit in there, and then I just want to push it into the little valley that I created. You just want to push it in there. You can get closer. All right, so we just want to push it into the little valley that we created, kind of smooth it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for a repair. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix all the cracks. Everywhere where you see a thing, I'm gonna fix all the cracks, and I'll show you guys the final result. All right, guys, so we have it all plastic welded on the back. You can see all the way. I think there's, oh, you know what? I think I need to do this piece right here. I need to get this up. But as you can see, I had to take off a lot of this soft material here. I try to keep it as intact as possible. I can just spray some glue down, kind of stick it back. It goes right here in order to get to these cracks right here. But I'm just gonna show you guys the progress. So we're gonna peel this off. Again, I can do the top to kind of double it up. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't really want it to look like I welded it on top. I kind of want the cracks to look seamless. So I could still go right here with a little light, maybe even use this stuff and just kind of fill it in here. I don't know, and then kind of sand it down. I might still do that again, and then just spray the whole thing black. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far because again, remember what I said, I'm gonna buy one of those cloth covers. So all I'm doing is function. I need this thing strong enough to put back right here. And then once I do that, it's all set and put everything back, put that cloth over. You'll never know it was in an accident. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Again, like I said, come on and look at what I've done so far. If I did want to come over and do the top, I could kind of fill in all these gaps. Yeah, I think I might because it's still a little flimsy and it'll be best for strength to fill in these. So I'll just use this stuff right here and just kind of fill in these little gaps. But it was kind of trying to break here in the middle. This is still kind of warm, filling this. That's my son breathing in the camera. This piece right here I haven't done yet, but I'll do that off camera. Oh yeah, see there's a big gap right here, but she is holding up. She is strong. So if I wanted to, without that tape on there, giving it a little extra strength, she's technically in one piece. So that's not bad. So like I said, I'll go over this piece right here. I'll fill it in, make it strong on both sides, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. Now all I gotta do is just slide this in the car and she's ready to go. So, all right guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you check out the last videos of everything that I did to the car to get the bumper back on and stuff like that, to get the car started. I haven't even released the video of when I got the car started. So I need to release that video. But yeah, check out everything else, check out my whole series. And remember, if you have any Kia or Hyundai questions, check out all those videos as well. The book is out. Stay tuned for the next video. Be basic, peace.